One of the most dark and desolate regions of post-apocalyptic Appalachia is the ash heap. Once a thriving area of hard-working miners, it is now an ash-filled, barren landscape where only the most resilient of creatures can survive. Today we stalk its streets in search of one of the many cryptids of Appalachia, and perhaps the most cunning of them all, the Beast of Beckley. According to past eyewitness accounts, the Beast of Beckley is a weird, four-eyed, pale monster with piercing, amber-yellow eyes, which has left even fully grown deer and bears torn apart and shredded in its wake. Unfortunately, not much else has been reported about this creature, and so we are left with only our imagination to fill in the blanks. Therefore, we must follow local rumours and begin our search here in the northwest portion of the ash heap, following a small road leading out of the town known as Beckley Springs. It is here where we follow our leads to a parked fishing truck on the main road of Beckley, and not far from the truck we find a small camp. At this spot we discover nothing out of the ordinary, only an empty tent, and what seems to be some possibly recently caught fish on a rack and table. Looking further around the camp, we discover a small pond or river, and it is here, unfortunately, where we also find blood and broken fishing equipment, leading to suggested signs of perhaps a recent struggle. Following the trail of blood, we soon discover our first camper and victim. Here we find a man still clinging to his pail of caught fish, brought to his gruesome end and lodged between some rocks, with fungus beginning to grow nearby around him. Moving ahead, we can soon see a trail of corpses leading to yet another victim. A woman, also brought to her end while clutching a rifle in her right hand, presumably trying to hunt or defend herself from the creature which she unfortunately failed in doing. Finally, we discover the creature's assumed den or lair, where it brings its prey to feast upon. And just upon the peak of its den, in the full moon of night, we finally discover the beast that has terrorized the residents of Beckley for so long. As we move in further to gather details on the beast, we soon learn that the so-called Beast of Beckley is simply just a mere wolf with a mutation of albinism, albeit perhaps highly aggressive and territorial. We can further debunk most of its rumours, one such as it being four-eyed, for as we can clearly see, it only possesses two eyes. We can also conclude its eyes are rather red in coloration, thus disproving the rumour of its acclaimed amber-yellow hued eyes. However, we can surmise its innate savagery with the plenty of nearby remains and gutted Brahmin corpse as evidence. Whether it is able to dispatch adult bears, however, remains to be inconclusive. And with all parts documented, our hunter prepares himself for combat, to enact vengeance for those who fell victim to the infamous Beast of Beckley. Our hunter enters the fray, moving slowly, as the beast prowls around and leaps viciously at our hunter, biting him, blocking most of the beast's attacks. Abruptly, however, our brave hunter soon finds himself in a truly terrifying situation. He is now being stalked by a truly malevolent figure, lurking a distance away, shrouded in shadows. Now, in true danger, our hunter must quickly quell the Beast of Beckley before this shadowed creature uses this opportunity to strike. For some time, the beast and hunter continue to trade blows, but eventually the Beast of Beckley is slain and those who fell victim to it avenged. But as we look upon its corpse, our hunter is suddenly attacked by a pack of not-so-playful pups. One by one, the hunter slays the brood of the beast until they are no more, ultimately putting the terror of Beckley and its children to rest. Yet with one threat slain, another remains, feeling an urgent sense of dread. He looks up to see the shadowy creature still lurking in the distance, watching and waiting, almost as if studying our hunter to learn his techniques. Our brave hunter decides to confront the threat head-on, and as he approaches the shadowy figure, it suddenly spreads its wings and vanishes into the sky, disappearing without a trace. And thus, we survive an encounter with the beast of Beckley and the mysterious Mothman. Looking to the future, we wonder to ourselves as to what other mysterious creatures lurk in the hills of Appalachia, West Virginia. However, we can't help but feel a lingering sense of dread lurking in the recesses of our mind.